Hi everyone, and welcome to today's video here on the Yoga by Candace YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be using bands, and I'm going to show you how you can use bands in various yoga poses to begin to build some strength. So if you're looking to tone and build strength, then this is definitely the video for you. It's not going to be like a full flow style of video, like an actual yoga class. It's just going to give you, it's more of like a workshop, I would say. So it's going to give you some ideas for ways that you can begin incorporating bands into your own personal practice so that you can begin to build some strength and tone in your yoga practice. So when you're ready, have a seat on your mat, grab your bands, and we'll get started. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is, I have a light band here. This is my light band and this is my medium band. So they have like different levels of resistance. This one's a little easier to pull. This one is a little bit more challenging to pull. So I'm gonna save this one and I'm gonna use the light one for now. I'm gonna put it between my arms like this, and then I'm gonna come into high lunge. So for high lunge here, we have one leg extended back behind us and one leg out in front of us, about 90 degrees or a little bit bigger. I've got my band around my arms, and you're gonna need to pull a little bit so you can feel the tension. Like if you're just kind of like hanging out and the band is slack, that's not helpful to you. So you want to have a little tension there to help turn the arms on. This means your arms are like actively engaged and working. Deep breath in. From here, we're gonna add a pulse. So as you take a deep breath in, you'll exhale and bend the back knee. Lift up and bend. Keeping that tension in the bands the entire time, in the band, the entire time. So your arms are working and your legs are working as well. So that's one way you can do it. The next thing I want to show you is to take your band, your medium-sized band, you're going to put it around your legs, the lower portion of your legs, and come into downward facing dog. And then what you can do to begin to work the back body strength, so the butt, the hamstrings, what you can do is lift one leg, spread the toes point down towards the ground, and gently begin to pulse. You want to keep the tension in the band the entire time. So if you come down too low and it becomes slack and starts to fall, that's not good. You want to keep the tension the entire time as you move. Go slower than you want to go. So that's another way you can incorporate bands into your practice. The other thing you could do is come down into a seated position. You're going to put the heavier band above the knee. Lie down here. And you're going to press to lift your hips up. And you're going to put most of the weight in the heels of the feet. And then from here, you're just going to gently open the knees out to the sides. And this is working your glutes, sides of the legs, backs of the legs. But again, go slower than you want to go and keep the tension in the band. You don't want to go too fast or be jerky like that. You just want to go really slow and keep the tension in the band the entire time. So that's another way you can use the bands. Another thing you can do is bring the bands to the bottoms of the feet like this. Feet out like this, 90 degrees in the legs, and you're going to go one at a time with your legs. Arms can be up like this. And what you're doing here is working the legs, keep the toes spread. You do probably have to have a little bit of slack when you come back to center, but again, just move like really slowly. You're working core strength here as well. You really want to be sure that the low back is glued to the mat. You're using your hip flexors here as well. And so that's another way. Then going back to the lighter band, put it around the arms. And what you're gonna do is seated with the arms out in front of you, arms about shoulder distance, so finding that tension once again, you're gently gonna open up the arms and then close. Open up the arms, close. Open up the arms, close. Maintaining the tension through the band the entire time, using your breath. And what this is doing is you're working the outer part of the arms, you're also working the back. So you're using your back strength as well. So if you're somebody who's working on upper body strength for things like handstand, headstand, crow, this is a pose, or this is an exercise you can do with the band to help build strength for that. As you move, think about, like, visualize the muscles in your back working to help pull your arms open instead of thinking about using the sides of your arms to open up here. So you're really like using your back strength to draw the arms open. And that's another way you can use the bands. So I hope this little tutorial was helpful. I'll put a link below to where I got my bands in case you're interested. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them below in the comment section. If you're interested as well, my book Namaste is available on Amazon, at Barnes & Noble, and most major bookstores everywhere. And season 2 of our podcast, which is called Namaste with Yoga by Candace, just launched. And it is out on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, everywhere you listen to podcasts. So go ahead and find it, subscribe to it, and let me know what you think. I'll see you very soon here on the YBC YouTube channel. Thanks so much for tuning in.